Welcome to my gallery, Parks Reece Gallery. You do a real loose painting to begin with, like the sky and everything around, and then you slowly tighten it up. Sort of like when you build a house, you frame it, and then you slowly add to it and add to it till you got a house. Same with the painting. And I'm just adding nuanced light layers on top of previous layers until building it up till I get something that satisfies me. Learn how to do what you love. Do it the way that you can do it and feel comfortable. Although I went to art school, I've never had a formal painting class. Never. And I took printmaking, so I would learn a trade, something that would be technical. I figured I could teach myself to paint. And so, because I've never had a formal art class, I kind of just make it up as I go. And of course, I've been making it up now for 40, 50 years, so I've kind of developed my own way of doing it. Like good composition, color, something that people just enjoy looking at. Because I think that humans are visual by nature, because from the beginning of human history, we've lived outside more than the way we do now in buildings. And so we needed to see, to hunt, to watch out for predators, snakes. And so we're very visually oriented, and you can really appeal to people with painting if you do it right. And over the years, you kind of learn what people react to. And it's a true pleasure to do a painting. People go, "Oh, I just love that. I don't know why, I just love it." And I think that you've zeroed in on something, innate in their brain, because we're so visually oriented. Oh, a million years, I'm not even sure how long we've been around. Probably not quite that long, but they don't really know it. So there's some mystical things going on. But most artists believe that art is participatory. The viewer, you don't give them everything. You paint it enough to draw them in, pique their interest and get them going, and then they interpret what you've put down. And that's when it's done the best, because they see things in my paintings I never put there all the time. And I never see them until they point them out. That's the best way, is when you figure out a way to put something down that draws the viewer into participating and drawing his own conclusions. And like I was explaining before, I like to sneak up on the painting, meaning I like to put a lot of layers down on top of each other and build up and build up and build up, always allowing the previous layers to show through to some extent. And Monet said, I love Monet's painting, he said that a good painting is like a person's life. You are still the same person you are when you were 1 year old. You've just added more and more and more experience until you get to the level you are. So all of that is still there. You might not be conscious of it. Same with a painting. You add layer upon layer upon layer, and all of the layers, the very first coat of paint I put on this painting is still there. It just doesn't look like it, but you're still seeing pieces and parts of it. You do dry brush and washes to do very light layers upon other very light layers until I might have 20, 30 layers, which build and form into the finished product. And I'm a little bit of a trial and error painter. I have a pretty good idea of what works, well, what I'd like to do, but quite often I'm trying such a different type of painting each time because that excites me. You know, I do the same thing all the time. And so I said, well, I wonder how that color will work. I wonder how this brushwork will work. And so I do it. Whoa, that worked. Or, oh, well, I need to mitigate that a little bit. So whatever I just do tells me what I need to do next, although I have to think about it. From the unconscious. That's a big thing. I like to try to get dredge things out of my unconscious. And I sort of sense that there's a collective unconscious with all people in the world. I don't know that, but it feels like it, so I'm going to see if I can tap in to what's out there. My favorite is to formulate and make up an idea and then illustrate that idea.